Hey everyone, so it's Nikki here, and before I begin, let me start off by saying, no, it is not Friday today, it is Saturday! Happy weekend! Holy shit, it is gorgeous out. Oh mon dieu. Like, it's sunny, it's beautiful, it's warm, it's like a gorgeous day. And I'm in between clients right now. I had a client at 12, I have a client at 3. We're probably about 2 o'clock right now. So, if you haven't seen my Snapchat story from today, and I guess here's a chance for me to plug, so socials are always down below and give them a follow if you haven't already. But if you haven't seen my Snapchat story today, I was not impressed with the recording I did yesterday. I really wasn't. I don't know what it was, whether it was just like my energy level or like my mood or like the day or everything just kind of like combined. But I was not feeling it. I got off work, I started recording, I broke my bong, so I was going to go to the bong shop and buy a new bong, and then I just ended up buying a Jimmer, and then I changed my mind and was going to go get liquor and go get drunk and do a get ready for the bar with me, and then I didn't get ready on camera, and then it was like 11:30, and I was like, I just want to order pizza and go to bed. So I ordered pizza and I went to bed, and I didn't film an outro, and I wasn't happy with how the video looked yesterday. So here we are on Saturday, redoing Friday's video. And wouldn't you know it, it worked out perfectly, because last night I had this crazy dream. This beautiful, crazy dream. Okay, so it was like going to Yellowknife again. I don't really know why I was going to Yellowknife, it was just kind of like a thing that was going on, but I was going to Yellowknife for whatever trip I was going to, and I had brought a friend with me. So my old friend from my childhood, Morgan, we were going to Yellowknife. We had flew from Fredericton to Toronto, and then we were in the Toronto airport, and everything was just like a mess. And I remember we got to the train, not the train, but like the gate, transit, what's the word I'm looking for? Station thing, like where there's the kiosks and there's like the flight attendants and they're like, pass please, check on this bag. Okay, you're good to go. And that was that. So I got there and I don't know why, cause like, yes, you do lose luggage when you're flying, you really do. I don't know why I was so worried about it, but I was just like sitting there having like a panic attack, waiting for my plane, being like, no, my friggin' luggage is not gonna come with me. My luggage is gonna be lost in Toronto, my luggage is gonna be lost here, my luggage is just gonna disappear, and I'm not gonna have any clothes for Yellowknife. So that was my main dilemma, and I'm sitting there having like anxiety, panic attack, almost crying as I'm explaining this to the flight attendant, and Morgan's just casually chilling there, like, she's not part of the dream right now, but she is part of the dream, so she's just like a statue that's standing there, because like, it's just me and the flight attendant that's communicating, so like, Morgan's just like an extra right now. So, I'm like crying. Tears are starting to come down my eyes. Tears are starting to come down from my face, and it is not okay. And yes, I know this is just a dream. Yes, I know it's not real, but still, it was like terrifying, because like, what if I lost my clothing and I had nothing to wear when I was in Yellowknife? Like, that would be extremely harsh, depending on when I went, because like in the summer it's beautiful, but in the winter it's freaking cold. So like, if I lost my clothing during winter time when I was going to Yellowknife, I would freeze. So like, yes, it is totally like a rare moment. So I'm sitting there and I'm explaining what's going on to the flight attendant, and like, I'm terrified that I'm gonna lose my luggage, and like, I just don't know what to do because like, I can't not have clothing. I don't even know what the big deal was, because I could just go buy stuff in Yellowknife if I needed to, but like, it was a dilemma, and I was like hyperventilating, crying, just being like, I need my luggage. So, I don't even know how this part plays into me getting my luggage and having the luggage kind of like traveling with me, but the flight attendant's just like, okay, it's no big deal, we'll sort this out. So she leaves her friggin' kiosk where she's checking other people in to walk me and Morgan out to the runway where they're loading the luggage onto the car. And like, at this point in time, I'm just along for the ride because it's a dream and I don't really have much control in my dreams. I kind of want to work on that because I kind of like to be able to like lucid dream, but at the same time I can't. So like, not there yet. But, holy moly, this is where the dream went from like terrifying to just like, oh my god, daddy, yes, sit with me. So she takes us onto the runway where they're like loading the luggage onto the plane, and there's this dude on top of the luggage, and like, I can't see him at first, he's just kind of like a silhouette, and she says a name or something like that, and he stands up and the sunlight just beams down and illuminates him, and you just see this gorgeous god of a man, and it's like, holy moly. Like, okay, so, from what I remember, I'd have to say a mixture of Thor from Ragnarok And I kind of want to say the face kind of looked like Eon Lovejoy or Greyjoy. Fuck, what's Greyjoy? Greyjoy. Eon Greyjoy. Like the uncle in Game of Thrones. So like he had Thor's hair, and it was like the short spiky hair, and he had like a little bit of a scruffy beard going on. Not like scruffy, but like clean shaven and like nice, I guess. Not scruffy, but like pretty. So like, rawr. And like, there was just fucking muscles everywhere, like everywhere. And he was just wearing the security vest. Like he didn't have a shirt on, he didn't have nothing, he just had the security vest on. And I'm just sitting there like, oh damn, I'm happy right now. And he hops down off of the, whatever the it's called, that has the luggage and everything in it, and he's standing beside me and he's like, what's up, what's the issue? So she explains the dilemma of how like, I'm worried I'm gonna lose my luggage. And like, I want my luggage to be with me. And he's like, okay, what's your suitcase? So like, he gets my suitcase, he puts it on the plane, and then that should be kind of like where everything ends, right? Like that would be where the dream ends. My suitcase is like good, everything's been taken care of. No. The flight attendant thinks we're kids at this point in time. I don't know. I remember being an adult at the start of the dream, but coming up I'm short as so like, we'll be getting into that. So the flight attendant is just like, so we're gonna travel with you and make sure everything's okay, because I was having like a panic attack when my luggage was going, and I think they were worried that I wasn't gonna be okay to travel on my own. So the flight attendant's just like, yeah, we'll travel with you. This guy will kind of like sit with you and he'll kind of like travel with you so that you know your luggage is there. And then when you get to whatever airport you're at, he'll take you out, you'll go to the runway, and then he'll transfer the bags in front of you. Like this would actually happen in real life, but this is the dream. So, from that point in time, it was weird because I dropped about like 3 feet, I guess, in my height. I don't know. Because like I was standing at his chest when he jumped down, and I'm just looking at like this god of epic like sexiness, like drenched in sexiness, and like it's oozing from his pores. And I'm like, oh daddy. But now all of a sudden I'm waist height, and like his waist is at my head, and I'm like, daddy. So, rawr. So like, I don't remember how the wording exactly was, but basically at this point in time, it was decided that he was gonna travel with me and Morgan. But there is only one person, and there are two me and Morgan. So he's like, okay, there's a little bit of a dilemma. I'm gonna have to sit with one of you now and then one of you on the other flight. And Morgan just looks at me immediately, she's like, bam. He puts his arm around me and he's like, okay, I guess I got you. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, you're the one I wanted to sit with anyways. And then I just casually, you know, wrap my arm around his leg, because like I'm waist height and he's like towering over me, and I'm like down here and I'm just like, hi. And then the other flight attendant's just like, okay, you two can do the whole flight by yourself. I'm gonna ride with this girl. So the other flight attendant that took us out there decides that she's gonna ride with Morgan for the rest of the flight, and Sexy Guy's gonna ride with me. And then I woke up. And I was not happy! Like, that's the perfect ending for the dream. That's not the perfect ending. That's like the perfect way a dream should like start, kind of like dreary and eerie and like, oh my god, life is horrible. I'm not gonna have my luggage. And then you get like this sexy beast. So like, this is the climax. And like, it needs a falling accident and a resolution, which I mean would probably be me sitting on the plane, cuddling him against his chest while like we fly to Yellowknife, and then I get my stuff at Yellowknife, and like, shit's all good. But we didn't make it that far, and that kind of is vexating. So after I woke up, I tried to go back to bed, but it was 11 o'clock at this point in time, and my first client was at 12. They hadn't booked in at this point, so I kind of half debated blocking off my first slot so that I could go back to bed and finish my dream. And I did, actually, to be honest. I blocked off my 12 o'clock at first, and I was like, well, I mean, there's only like 10-15 minutes till the cutoff. Chances are no one's gonna book in. So I unblocked it, and I laid back down in bed, calmed myself down, got ready to kind of like go back into the dream, see sexy god dude person, and like cuddle him. Or maybe, you know, join the Mile High Club and have sex in the bathroom in my dream, because like, that's also probably could have been where the dream was going too. That would have been like a good resolution. Goes into the bathroom, hooks up, on the plane, lands the plane, falling action. Not falling action. Was that a cop? Siren? Sorry, that would have been a good falling action. Hopping on the plane, hooking up in the bathroom, landing, and then the resolution would be I made it to Yellowknife with my clothes. We didn't get that far in the dream because I wasn't able to make it that far in the dream, but that is okay, because I actually remember this dream, because it was a friggin' gorgeous dream, and I remember it crystal clearly, and we're like 3 hours later. Yeah, maybe like 3 hours later. So, holy moly, right. But, I'm gonna see if I can I think I'm gonna start keeping a dream journal. I've tried to do this many times before, and I write like one dream in it and then forget about it for months. So we'll see how it goes. But I think I'm gonna try to do a dream journal because I would like to have more control in my dreams. I had a tease of a dream. Sad face. But they say you base people in your dreams off people you've seen, like their faces. So I'm like, whose face was that gorgeous god? I don't know. Oh, there's a person. I don't know, I can't remember. But well, maybe it was just Thor that I was envisioning. Could you imagine if Thor was doing my suitcases and then just damn, I got you. Rawr. Okay. Yes, I watched a lot of Avengers 2 days ago, but that's besides the point. I didn't actually watch that much Avengers. I only watched one movie. I watched a lot of Avengers stuff on YouTube though, so maybe that's kind of what brought on the dream. I don't know where the luggage came from. I don't know anything about that. Maybe after work, I'll sit down and I'll analyze my dream. So if I did analyze my dream and figure out what the could mean, I'll put that clip here. But aside from that, I'm gonna be ending it here. So if you've enjoyed, be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button down below, comment something to make it a triple threat. Who doesn't like a triple threat? My triple threat is in my dream. I had 3 flights to catch. The flight from Fredericton to Toronto, Toronto to Edmonton, and then Edmonton to Yellowknife. And I had a panic attack on the first flight, and that's where the dream cut off. Sad face. I didn't get to curl up with sexy dude. But you never know. Maybe he'll come visit me in my dreams tonight. So I guess I'll see you whenever I upload tomorrow's video. Actually, no, it's Saturday today, so I'll see you on Monday.